What is a business plan and how do you create one? Isn't that just a great question? Yes, it is, because I kind of wrote it myself. If we're just meeting, my name is Caroline Raven. I'm a full-time magician, YouTuber, entrepreneur, creator, mom. I've been doing this for a decade, which is amazing. A great thing to say. But, how does it start? Like, where do you start? You can't just, I have this idea and I'm gonna do this. I mean, you can, but that's not very smart. And I'm thinking that we're gonna start this year, 2024. If you're watching this in the future, hello future. I hope you're doing great. Well, if you do want to take your business seriously, which I really hope you do, this is a video about everything you need to be able to start your own business plan. This is something I created in 2023 for my advent calendar over on my platform. If you wanna know more about that, there's links in the description to check it out. But I wanted to make this place somewhere on the internet where there are no filters and just, pure information. Because there are things I wish I knew before I started this business 10 years ago, and I didn't have anywhere to look to find this information. So I want to be that person for you. So you don't have any reasons to say, no, I don't want to do my dream. I know you can do it. If I could leave school and if I could leave my job to do this full time, I'm pretty sure you can too. Anyways, let's roll the video and I really hope you're gonna enjoy it. What is a business plan and how do you create one? Good question. A better question would be, Caroline, do you have yourself a business plan? I wish I said yes to this. I wish I took the time to sit down and actually plan this ahead. But that's why we're doing this. You're getting all of the things you need to make sure you're doing this the right way. Not the Caroline Raven way where I, sold my soul to Satan and did theology and decided to quit the church to do magic full time. I went all in and I had no plan. I had no idea what I was doing. But we're going to eliminate all of these obstacles for you to make sure you're doing this the right way. Okay, so today I want to talk to you about business plans. How do you create one? What do you need? What are the steps to making sure you have a really, really good business plan? Okay, so number one. What is your business idea? Like if you're watching this, you're probably some sort of magician, content creator, entrepreneur, solopreneur, whatever you want to call yourself. So what is your business idea? What is it you do? What is your business? My business is, in general, like what I make the most money off of. I'm a magician, so my business is that I do magic. People buy my services to either their company parties or like corporate mingles or galas or whatever. They hire me to do the entertainment. If you're getting any value of this, please give it a big thumbs up. And also, if you haven't already started subscribing to my channel, make sure to do that and turn on notifications so you know when the next video comes out. So you have to think about what is it that you do? Do you create content for other people? Are you a photographer? Are you a magician, also for hire? Are you a YouTuber? Then you have to write down what it is that you do. And then we're gonna move on to the vision. So what do you want to accomplish with your business? Well, as I said in the video yesterday, I mentioned that I want to make sure that people are feeling the sense of wonder, as my grandfather did with me. And maybe if you're a content creator, you want to be sponsored by Nike, or you want to have a Lamborghini just riding up to your doorway. That would be amazing. Can I write that in my visionary board as well? So visionary, I want you to think about the future for your company. What is it that you do? Like, how do you solve problems for people? Like, what do you want to be known for in a way? Like, do you want to be the person for wedding photography? Then make sure that you're that person. Be broad. Think about what you want to do. How is that goal making you feel? Like 5 years from now, who do you want to be? And then speaking of visions, also go into your goals again. Where are you in 3 to 5 years? I'm telling you now, this is gonna be a very hard journey. The first 1-2 years are gonna be really tough if you're just starting your business. Because it is hard, it takes a lot of work, but it's so 100% worth it. As I said, beautiful office, hello. But yeah, so think about this. What are your goals? Where are you in 3 to 5 years? The bigger you can paint this picture, the more detailed you can get in this. It's gonna be so much easier for you to think about this, or actually visualize it in front of you. It kind of makes it easier to keep going, because you're gonna have really bad days, but those days I try to think about why do I do this? Why do I get up in the morning? Why do I drag my ass to the office? Why do I sit here and talk to you? Well, I know exactly what I want to do, and now it's just your job to figure out what it is that you want to do and why. Also, who are your clients? That's a big one. That's a really big one. Who are your clients? If you were a magician, maybe you want to do only kids parties, then maybe your clients are 38-year-old moms who are sick of this. Or maybe you're doing corporate magic shows, or maybe you're doing wedding photography, people who are getting wedded are your clients. So think about who are these clients and what is the problem that they have? What is the thing that's keeping them up at night? That's a good question to start thinking about. Like, what is the problem that you can solve for them? Why are you that person for them? The clearer you can be on this, the easier it's going to be for you to start writing your copy, which we're going to be talking about in a few days. So the more you can sit yourself in a situation where you are that person, it's going to be so much easier for you. So these are the people you want to attract. And the more you understand them, the easier it's going to be for you to actually attract them. Because this is a big subject. If you've ever done any like Google ads or Facebook ads or anything like that, if you ever did anything like this, then you're going to know that there are like a million things you can press into, like demographics. How old are people? What do they like? Which kind of Facebook pages have they liked? Like the deeper into the kind of funnel that you can go down, then to know who are your clients, the better it's going to be for you in the long run. And then start thinking about the market. Who else is in the market? That's another one we're going to talk about in just a second. But who is in this market? Where are you geographically? And do you travel? Or do you just do whatever you do here? If you're a content creator, maybe it's easier to just have the stuff sent your way and you do everything from where you're sitting. And as you're starting to do this, also consider what is the competition around you. If you are in London, I know there are a lot of wedding magicians, so maybe it's gonna be a little harder there than maybe here in Stockholm, where there's nobody, I believe, marketing themselves as a wedding magician. So think about the market, think about your competition, but also don't think of them as competition. Think of them as co-workers. Look at what they're doing, that they're doing right. And how can you not copy, but be inspired of what they're doing. Because I think if you see somebody who is succeeding, it might be a good idea to see why they are succeeding and see if how you can be inspired. And moving into the product that you have, that you're selling. Is it this thing? Or maybe it's this thing. The more you can describe this, the better. If you are the service, you have to think about why are you unique? Well, also with products, but it's harder, I think, if you're a person, if you are your own company. In my case, my company is my name. We're gonna talk about naming in just a second. But my name is my company and also who I am as a person. So for me, it was kind of hard to take the two apart. Like, who am I? When am I a normal person? And when am I also the entrepreneur who's doing something as a product? So think about the client need and what you have and what makes you the unique option. Like, for a really long time, I've been marketing myself as one of the leading female magicians, but I don't have to have the female anymore because I am one of the country's leading magicians. And that was a big change for me because it was kind of scary too, because I've, as I said yesterday, I've been bullied and it's been not great. And then all of a sudden, having stepped up a step, and now I'm the magician. If they want to hire, well, there's two other people who are like higher up than I am. But other than that, it's, hello, it's this girl. What sets you apart from the competition? Think about that for a second. What sets you apart? What makes you unique? It can be anything. I mean, look at Murray Sawchuk, the Q-tip in Vegas. Is that what he calls himself in his marketing? I don't think so. But if you know who he is, you know exactly what I'm talking about. He has the hair like this. Everybody has something, huh? But what makes you unique? Give it a few minutes. Give it a few weeks. Give it a month. Write it down. Or even better, ask somebody. Because they might tell you. It might not be something that you want to hear, but it might be worth it, just asking somebody and seeing, because they see you differently. Let's say you are a photographer. What sets you apart from another person? Well, it might be, I take better photos. That's not going to be a unique selling point. Maybe you, like my friend Tommy. My friend Tommy has a Airbnb and he has a beautiful dog. Her name is Zelda and she's the cutest. And he runs an Airbnb. So obviously the dog lives there. So Zelda is in all of the photos. It's like 25 photos of his home and Zelda is in every one of them. And you know what people say in all of the comments? We love the dog. There you go. That's why he's always fully booked. That's how you do it. Proper example. Learn from the best. Well, learn from Tommy. Don't tell him I told you guys he's the best, because then I'm never gonna hear the end of this. And then start thinking about, how do you actually sell this? How do people pay for this? In my case, I go to this is also the normal way in Sweden. I go to the event after we have written a contract. This is another story, different topic, different video. We have the contract, I go to the venue, I do the thing, and then afterwards I send an invoice. That's how I do it. That's kind of my business model for all of this. But think about that for yourself. How do you get paid? If you're working as a content creator, working from abroad, maybe it's easier to just use PayPal. A few other things to consider is the legal structure for your company. In Sweden, there are a couple of different versions you can use. I currently have the AB, which is aktiebolag, which means I am basically covered as a person if something happens, like the personal me that is... If I'm being sued, basically, it's the company who is being sued, which is a very nice kind of insurance to have if something does happen. I have been sued twice, which is ridiculous. Different video, not gonna be on here, but really funny stories. So that's something you have to look up in your countries. What kind of legal structures are there? Are there any fees that you have to pay? For my aktiebolag, it was 50,000 Swedish crowns, which is approximately $5,000. It's a little less actually now with the Swedish crown being so low. But yeah, so it was approximately $5,000 when I started it, but now they have changed the rules, so now it's $2,500 to get it started. So it's all different. In Sweden, we also have a free one. Well, they call it free. I think it's like $90 to just have it registered. And then that's basically free to start it. Also consider your name. What do you want your company to be called? It was really hard when I started the platform. It was ravnmagic.com. carolinraven.com is my normal website. That would be the obvious choice. That is where you book my magic services. So creating the ravnmagic.com was really, really tough because I didn't know what I want to call it. But then I ended up going back to my Instagram handle, and that's how I ended up with the ravnmagic.com. I still think it's a great name. Maybe I could have given it 5 more minutes to think, but that's something you have to consider. But do know this, you can change it anytime you want, but it might come with a few fees if you have to change it, like legally and stuff. I kept my normal name, like my real name was actually Caroline Nilsson, but I changed it 10 years ago legally when I decided to become an international superstar of magic, if you ask me. But that's what I did. I changed my name legally and also took it as a business name. I do hope you got a lot of ideas out of this, but do consider this. Creating a business plan can be a little tricky. Haha, magician. And we have included a PDF for all of this, to how to create a business plan. It's gonna be in the news feed section, so you're gonna have to leave this video, scary thought, and go to the news feed and you'll find it there. It's called Business Plan something something. I'm sure you can find it, where you just download it, you have the questions, you just write everything down and ask people. Like if you don't know, ask people, because I think also you can be your own worst enemy when it comes to creating something. And also, like, if you have never done anything like this, if you've never ran a business before, it's really hard to know what you're doing. So make sure you know what you're doing by asking a few friends. I feel like I'm ranting now. You got this. I hope you learned something, I hope you took notes, and I'm sure that you're gonna take action on this, because this is the year of action. Maybe. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.